warm welcome. It is another episode of My Life in Sports with me, Skhu, right here on Way 2 TV. I'm in the midst of a champion today. Very, very excited about the episode. Do remember to click on that like button. Also subscribe on the channel. And for a front row seat to our content, make sure that you click on that notification button so that every time Uma's keeper indaba is Shisayo, you'd be the first one to know. So I've got a lady with me that has defended her title in 5 times in boxing. She comes all the way from the spiritual home of the sport in the Eastern Cape. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Bukiwe Nonina.
The only person to defend her title 5 times.
And your winner and the new WBF World Champion on unanimous decision is Bukiwe Nonina.
How are you, Sisom?
Ngiyafila Vutom kunjani kuni?
Hi man, philile Siswama Konto man. Thank you so much for taking time off the ring and and come and join us and have this conversation.
Yeah, it's hard to say no to something like that because we hardly get a media and all that. So every opportunity that comes, I always grab it.
Yeah. Now, an anaconda is a snake that is known for squeezing its prey, before it swallows it. Would you describe your boxing style?
No.
So you don't squeeze
I'm very calm. I'm not a fighter. I'm a boxer, so I'm opposite of the anaconda. I don't know why my dad gave me that name, but I'm the opposite of that. I just box, not fight.
We'll get into that. So the name came from your dad?
Yeah.
And talking about your dad, let's take it back to where Bukiwe is from. Where is Bukiwe from and where was she raised?
I was born in Aidutjwa, Eastern Cape.
Okay.
I think it's the last village in my town, on top of Big River Umpashe. I grew up playing soccer.
Okay.
In Eastern Cape. Then I moved to Northwest where my father was working, Klerksdorp. It's where my boxing career started.
Yeah. So you grew up playing soccer from primary school?
Yeah, and I was playing for province and all that, under 15, they were putting me in different under 12, under 15 and under 17 because I was taller. So I was playing soccer until I was 19. Then I just was like, okay, I'm done with soccer. Then my dad convinced me to join him in his boxing gym.
Yeah.
That's where everything started.
So it's just an assumption because of your height, obviously. Were you a striker?
Yeah. I was.
Because I look at the physique, I see, the late Philemon Masinga sort of type of physique.
But I was playing also defender sometimes when my defender is weak, or play number 6 so I can also go and support them and come back. I knew I was speed. I had speed than them. So I know even if I'm from the back, I can cover something in front. So it was just simple for me.
So from that, I get a feeling Uguti sport has always been something that has played a role in empilweni yakho. Is this something Pumekaya or was it eskolweni? Because I know back in the days eskolweni you had to participate to something. You can't just be a student unga participate in anything.
I think I won't say they were strict, my parents and my grandparents, but we didn't have a choice to do a sport just to escape them. So, so
at least
it's either you indoors or you're doing something. So we were all playing around. We're playing soccer, netball, my sisters, my brother's soccer. Then they turn up playing boxing too. I was the last one to join later, but they grew up playing boxing after they moved to Klerksdorp with my dad. So sport was the only thing that make you to see your friends and all that.
Yeah.
So you better play sport.
Sport, yeah.
Otherwise, you'll be indoors and do all the chores. So that was the only way
Eish.
we want to see my friends go to sport.
Yeah. Now, when do you then move to Klerksdorp to join your dad?
2008.
Without giving your age away, how old are you there? So or you
I
still...
was when I turned, I was 19. When I started boxing, I was 19.
Okay.
It was 2010. It's when I started boxing. Then when I was 20, I turned pro. Then when I was 21, I won my SA title.
Okay.
So I joined J just because I don't want to sit at home. Then my career was like boom. It was fast.
Yeah.
Because I fought once for SA Games as a match under Team Northwest. It was in Free State. I lost on finals in that competition.
Okay.
After that, we went to SA Games in Mpumalanga. Then I failed to make the weight.
Oh.
And then when I
okay.
wanted, because I was supposed to fight on 50, then when I make 50 point something. It was grams.
So you
only.
were just
it was grams, and I wanted to take off my clothes, but there are a lot of politics in boxing because I was fighting on 60 when I lost on finals.
Okay.
A few months before the
That
other
is
SA
in
Games.
the SA Games in Bloemfontein.
So they knew the minute I'm going to 50, it will be a problem, and I'm tall again to those favorite boxers of theirs. So the minute I'm like, okay, I'm not stepping down, I'm taking my underwear off to make the weight. They refuse. They cut us off. Then I was like, okay, we're shifting, me and my sister. My sister is not taking the fight, I'm fighting on 60 because they didn't allow us to fight in the same position. I'm like, okay. My dad was like, we're replacing her sister. She's not fighting. She doesn't.
So
mind.
your sister is also competing in this competition.
Yeah.
So what?
She was
weight?
fighting on 60.
On 60,
and I was
okay.
supposed to take 50. Then my younger sister take 46. So
the whole Nonina family is there.
So they cancelled me. They were like, no, you're not allowed. My dad was so angry. It was on July, I called people around, turn me to professional. July, it was my first fight in Polokwane. I lost the fight. Then I was given a second opportunity in August, same year.
Okay.
Then
just
the winner,
a month after you've lost the
Then
Polokwane.
it was elimination. The winner goes for SA title. I won that one. Then they say it was October. I think October or November. I got a call that I'm fighting for SA title. It was for my first time.
Okay.
I was fighting with Gabisile Chabalala. I lost that fight. When I wanted the rematch, they moved me to a lower weight because I was fighting on 55.
Okay.
Then they moved me to bantam leg. You know what, Nonina? There's a title that is vacant for bantam.
Okay.
Are you interested?
Which is
Yeah.
now below 50.
They're also protecting the up girl.
Eish.
So it's like that. I always fought my way up. So I went to bantam. After bantam, I won that SA. I made sure now I'm winning by knockout because no one knew about Nonina, so no one was gonna be in my corner. So I had to win by knockout if I won the title so badly.
Because the points you were not
even
didn't stand
even
a
though I
chance.
was fighting in Eastern Cape with someone from she was from where? Venda.
Okay.
But Eastern Cape didn't know me.
So you're saying even if you were in the Eastern Cape, but they still favored someone was in Limpopo.
It's not about favor. They check how do they know you
Okay.
most of the time. But lately things are changing now.
Okay.
I see judging is being fair, but most of the time it's not. So you need to impress the judges and the crowd and everyone to get what you want. So I had to stop.
So now you win that fight in the Eastern Cape.
Yep, I won the fight. It's when I won my SA title. It was 2012 March.
Yeah.
Then I defended 5 times. I'm the only one, I think, in females that defended my title 5 times. Then it's when I was like, okay, I can go for a world now. Then I got an offer for WBF. 2017, I was fighting in Cape Town with Alicia Kraft from Germany. It's when I won my world title. Then I defended twice. After that, I put it down. I don't like to hold something too long.
Okay.
It end up boring. So I put it down to give another people chances. So after I lost my manager and my dad, I took 2 years without boxing, and then it was also a COVID. So I sat down, came back last year. Last year September, it was my first fight in Pretoria. No man, in Polokwane under TLB promotion. Then my second fight under TLB again in Mpumalanga.
Okay.
I won by stoppage even there. Then the third fight, it's when I was fighting for ABU early this year. So after that 2 years, I even changed the weight because it was already also boring in Bantam because I don't have opponent anyway.
Oh, okay.
So I also changed weight, and then I skipped 3 weights. Then I went to junior light. Now I was introducing myself to junior light last year. For first fight, second fight, third fight, I was fighting for title. So I'm still looking for something new in junior light that is interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe challenging the SA, but the problem is I will challenge the SA Nozi Popel. What I will gain after that? Nothing, because there is no opponent anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to check also my ratings in the world.
In the world,
yeah,
okay.
Because
Okay.
I do have opportunities there. Last time I checked, I was number 9. So that's a good slot. Yeah, so after this fight, I may go to number 5, in the top 5, because before COVID, I was number 1 in my bantam. It's when I was supposed to fight for IBF world title.
Yeah.
Then it didn't happen because of COVID. After that, the loss of my father, it was just a lot of things.
A lot of things happening.
Yeah, so I just had to take. And the minute you're not active, they put you out in the ratings. Totally, you start from
I want us to take it a little bit back. You moving now to Klerksdorp. You moving to Klerksdorp as a football player. You did mention that you were being trained by your dad. How did that shift happen? Did dad say, "I agna ball up, come to the gym," or was it something that a decision that you took?
I always say this to people: like, sports have politics. It also need connections. All the sports. If you don't have connections, you don't have a backup.
Yeah.
You must know someone to play for some better team or something. Otherwise, they don't care. Klerksdorp, remember, it's not a province for Xhosas. It's a mix.
Yeah.
Tswana, Sotho's, English. So in my team, I was trained by the father of Skhu.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's the one who's training a lot of girls there. In my team, we were few black. It was coloreds white.
Oh, okay.
So we went for trials of Banyana. We were 4 were taken from the location. We were only 4 from the location.
Okay.
Then we see the squad is going without us. They replace us with those girls.
So now, what happens after the trials? Do you get told that you've been selected, and then all of a sudden
they told us that we were selected, and then now we see our teammates, including a sister of Skhu in the team. Then I was like, I'm done with soccer. My dad was going to Eastern Cape that weekend. I'm like, please take my soccer things and donate them in Eastern Cape to whoever.
Done.
I'm done.
Yeah.
He didn't say anything, and my mom was also there. They didn't say anything. They let me be. Then I went normal school and come back home, sleep. Until this other day, my dad was like, they were preparing a tournament over the weekend. So on Saturday, he's like, let's go for running. He knows I love sports, so obvious I'll go. We went for running. Monday, no man, come visit my gym. I went to the gym and then trained that week. I enjoyed. It was. I think it was the first time spending more time with my family, like my cousins and sisters, because they were always in the gym.
So everyone
I was always going that way, and they were going that way.
Yeah.
So it was fun that week. Okay. And I think I'm flexible. I get fast to learn something.
Okay. Yeah.
Because my first fight was the following weekend. I started this week,
Bukiwe.
and then my dad is like, on Saturday, it was on Rustenburg. We went to Rustenburg. Then he's like, you don't want to check your... My dad was like, will trick you. You don't want to check your weight. Obvious, I went to check my weight.
Yeah.
It was normal, okay? Then the next thing, I have an opponent.
Wow.
But what I loved, I hate losing. I don't care how hard the fight is. I hate losing.
Eish.
So the best way is just to push myself. I hate losing. All my 4 losses, and in pro, I don't blame myself or anything.
You did everything that you could possibly do. Yeah.
And if I was doing the scorecards, I was gonna win. So
it's a decision that laid with other people.
To me, the only two fights that I was like, it's enough. My first fight, I was too weak. I noticed because the week of the fight would drop weight too much.
Okay.
So second round, I was like to my dad, Daddy, let's just stop, because I don't want to get injured.
Okay.
So I was like, Daddy, let's stop. Then he was like, okay, before you get injured, let's stop. If you feel like you won't finish the 4 round.
Yeah.
I was like, sure. In Zambia, when I was challenging WBC, the same thing. Second round, I noticed that I won't make it to 10 round.
Okay.
The ring is short, like it's small.
It's smaller, okay.
Even smaller than this one.
So now that's a lot of action.
And they knew that I'm not a fighter, I'm a boxer. So the only thing they will be able to beat me, it's when they're here and I can't move.
Yes. So because the ring is smaller.
The ring is small. Every step I take, I come back to my opponent, and she's already waiting for me. And it was close to the lights. It was live on TV. It was close to the lights. Zambia is hot. Then I was like, the second round, Daddy,
I
thank you to the belt, because and if you can check African boxers, they don't hit straight. They like they're swimming. Any punch you can end up getting injured with a punch that is not even a real punch. So my decision when it comes to a fight that I see I won't make it to get long, I cut it
you
fast.
Just cut it, okay.
To save myself. I was like, okay, Daddy, let's just stop. The Gabisile one, I was cheated. I was still, if I have a chance to fight Gabisile again, I was gonna fight Gabisile again. But anyway, she's out now. And the one I was fighting in Denmark, I had my own personal stuff, but I did well. I fought my best. I enjoy being there. It was nice being in Denmark. Everyone was sweet. My opponent was okay. The promoter, it was fine. Like, I had fun, and I enjoy every round. I lost the fight, yes, and it was also an opportunity of having a world title, but I enjoyed every round in that fight. So the rest of the fight, I go for win. I don't care how hard it is. I don't care if I'm not in the mood. I go for win. I hate losing. I want to see myself that and there, always. So even next month, I'm going for win. Sorry, Cecilia. I'm sorry. So I've been pushing. It's just that I push.
So Bukiwe, I mean, clearly Utata played a huge role in your career, in you getting into the sport from the first place, and in your career subsequently. I'm sure it was a knock having to lose him.
Yeah, because he left as a surprise. Maybe if he got sick or something, because I got a call. Mom called saying, your dad is not feeling well. He wants to take himself to hospital. He took himself to hospital, and then the country was closing that week. So we're like, Mama, go. If he's still waiting the results in hospital, go and check him before the lockdown, because the lockdown, they're locking down, and there's a big problem.
Sorry, just to come in, are they still in Klerksdorp, or
no, he moved back in Eastern Cape.
To the Eastern
Cape,
he
moved back to Eastern Cape to stay there. So he was in Eastern Cape. My mom went to see him on Wednesday, I think. Then Thursday we got a call that he passed away the following day. So it was like, And then I don't know, we're not thinking well because we drove, me and my brothers and my sister-in-law, we drove to Eastern Cape immediately the following day. But they turned us in when we
because that was just beginning of the hard lockdown.
It was the following day. They were like, no, go back to Joburg. So we had to come back to Joburg, stay more than 2 weeks so we can be able to go and bury our father. It was I don't know how it was. Like, you can't even see your friends or people that are close to you. You can share these. Everyone is indoors and you can't go anywhere.
Eish.
It's stressing, like you indoors, you can't do anything. You can't even go to the shop.
Eish.
So it was something hard, and it was only 2 weeks, only 2 months after my manager passed away. And my manager was also my best friend. Last time I saw my dad, it's when we went to Eastern Cape to bury my manager. So it was like, I don't know, like I felt like something was testing me, or they wanted to see what will happen. But after that, I just took time out. I just took time out.
Yeah.
Do nothing. I think more than 4 months I was not going out. Like I was indoors.
Yeah.
And after that, Mom Joyce was like, "Ewen." She's always like, let's go, man, come back, go back to the gym, come back, you'll be fine. Yeah, I came back to the gym. Then I was much better. And I started working here. One of my friends called me like, hey, bruh, you would be more depressed if you indoors. Just do something. I'm sure boxing, training people will keep you busy. Yeah. I started that and it went
gradually,
well. Yeah, it went well. Even though sometimes it will hit you hard when you're alone. You're thinking about it, then it hit you hard. But you can also do something about it. So sometimes it does come back and hit me hard. But I do deal with it on my own way, because if I'm quiet, I don't do anything, I switch off my phone, I become better just to have me time. Yeah. So yeah, it was hard.
Now, you talk about a fight where, beginning stages where there were 3 Nonina sisters waiting to fight. Did any of them turn pro? Are you the only one that went on to turn pro?
My younger sister turned pro, but she didn't get a fight because she's doing 46. Who's the other female boxers on 46? On 46. And my big sister, did turn pro. She have 4 fights, I think, all wins. Then she got married, moved to East London. She got married and forgot about boxing. Yeah. She never loved boxing anyway.
Okay.
Sometimes she will, that woman. She will train only 1 week for a fight.
And then go to the fight and win.
She was good on winning, and she's not even using his power or anything. She stepped inside the ring, in the center straight. You come into her. She knows she didn't train. You're coming to him, and
so she doesn't use a lot of energy.
And she was lucky enough than me to get fights, because I think that this fight I fought in Eastern Cape, I was fighting with Asandi Songokwan. They all thought they were fighting with she was fighting my sister.
Or they just saw the surname and they knew her.
The contract was for my sister. Then after 2 weeks, my dad was like, "This one is not fit." Why can't? And I was doing grade 12 at the time. Why can't we swipe? They won't notice. We swipe. And then I went there. They noticed after the fight. They're like, no, man.
This is the wrong Nonina.
This is not the Nonina we wanted. The Nonina that we wanted is not this fast.
Yeah.
When they check, we're like, we need. We're done. Even on my record, it's my sister who's written on that record. It's
so
not
they
my
still
name.
Noted her because she was the one that was registered to fight.
She's the one who co-signed the contract. I mean, I just went there to fight. And so from my for my sister's 4 win, 1 is mine. But I don't know how I can take it, but 1 is mine.
Yeah.
But it was fun, man, working with my father. He always have thinking out of the box. If one is injured, or he can see that maybe we are 4 in the division, he can see that, no, man, the one that is going to finals, swipe.
Then the
put
next
another
one,
one.
yeah, the next one will
And
need to
keep-
step
and,
in.
and keep serious, like nothing happened. So it was always fun and challenging working with him. And
Yeah.
sometimes you'll forget that it's your father. It's become your best
A
friend.
friend,
and,
yeah.
at
Now,
travel.
having your, I would say your family, because I mean you've got your sisters there. There was dad at the time. How is it for you? Does it help elevate your game? Because I think because your sisters also were new boxing, maybe there's tips about
My
Kazona
brothers
before.
too. My brothers were good. They were way good. It's just that they didn't turn pro. 3 of them, they were good. They went for essays, the championships and all that. They were good,
Yeah.
all of them. I was the only one who was not good in boxing, and I'm the only one who just the career just went pa pa pa. The rest of them, they're perfect. They have the skill. They do it with love. I mean, I'm doing it in jail just
Yeah.
because I don't want to stay at home. But I don't know how it happened so fast that my career I couldn't even turn back. I'm like, okay, I don't want boxing because
Because things were now starting to just
exactly. I
unravel
need to
and-
defend, and I'm like, wow, how did I arrive here now? How? So before I realized I was already in, so I couldn't turn back.
Yeah.
But still, the support that I have from my family, it's huge. It's huge. Those guys travel everywhere I'm fighting. Even now, I'm sure they are coming in Pretoria.
Yeah.
Those guys, all of them. And
that's
you'll find
awesome.
them. You'll find them in my dressing room. My brothers will say, no, we didn't come to watch boxing here. We came to watch
We
you.
came to watch you, so we
And then
come
we'll
in to-
sit.
Yeah.
We'll chat there until I'm going to the ring. So
Yeah.
I have a massive support from my family.
I don't want to say ritual. I'm just trying to think of a word that I want to use here. But is there something that you follow before a fight? Maybe is there tune into music and just get into your own zone? Maybe you pray. Maybe is there any sort of ritual that you follow before a fight? I mean, you've defended your titles successfully 5 times. Breaking all records, becoming the first woman to do so. So I'm thinking, Uguti, there must be something that you use to maybe psych yourself up before a fight.
I do listening to music, but remember, preparing a fight means you prepare mentally, physically. So now I'm preparing a fight that is happening in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
My mind is already shifted that I'm going to the fight.
Okay.
That is why I was supposed to fight, I think, after the Sunset fight. I told my trainer straight, mental, I'm not okay. I don't take a fight if mentally I'm not okay.
Yeah. You can be in the best physical shape.
Yeah.
but
The problem
if-
is you can't even get fit if you're mentally not okay. You can't. You can train 3 months. You can't get fit because your mind is not there.
Yeah.
So you just going running for 2 hours for nothing. So now it's when I was like to Mom Joyce, Mom, I'm fine now. And I
Okay.
told my trainer, look, you know what, my mind it's back. And they make sure they ask now and then, babe, are you okay? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Even this morning she texted me, are you okay? Like she keep on checking up on me because the minute someone's saying mentally I'm not okay,
Yeah.
we always get stressed. So I don't take a fight if I'm not mentally ready.
Eish. You've had so many wins. You've had your losses. You've mentioned the losses. La ufila khona ukuthi, abang robile, mara that was my fight. But any memorable fights that you can share where you say, it was tough. The toughest opponent maybe that you've.
Toughest opponent.
Yeah.
I will give it to Alicia Kraft from Germany.
Okay.
That one was tough. More experience. I was only having 11 fights. She was having 30 something already.
Yeah.
For my 8 times world champion. She was a real deal. It's just that.
And where was that fight happening?
It was in Khayelitsha, Cape Town.
Cape Town. Okay.
Yeah, it was in Khayelitsha, Cape Town. But we featured Germany, we featured Philippines. So it was a big fight. It was
Okay.
a big fight. Also a charity fight. So it was a charity fight for all the gyms around Cape Town. So we did the charity fight. It was good, and the promotion was a woman. So it was something nice and good.
Okay. Yeah.
But the opponent, I was like, so you guys want me dead, like I'm a child. You give me Magogo, she's already 35 years old.
And Magogo is giving it to you.
And she's been working, she's been fighting Amadabi, like. And then you bring me a child to that person. And I'm begging you, like, beg it time it begele. Yeah, good thing. If you show something, begele. Mane ngimbheka ngiqombe and mangifunda ne chat in comment ku Facebook bakuthiwa bazongibetha nge-knockout ngithi yazi nenyanisini it's possible man mangena na ringini I was like okay
I'm here now
if I want to win this title because I wanted that title so bad if I want to win this title I must fight my own fight
yeah
not her fight because I knew she's having more power than me
okay
otherwise one punch I'm flying So, and I was 100% fit. My legs were fit, super fit. I was like,
so you were just, yeah.
And then from there, after 6 rounds, my dad was like, you see, you've been winning from round 1 till now. Don't stop now. It's only 4 rounds left.
Yeah.
Simple. I didn't want her to fight back. I just fight my own fight. So the mistake that she made, she's been in the world stage for long, but the mistake she made is allowing me to control her.
Oh, to control the fight. Okay, yeah.
She wanted to fight my fight now, and I know why I made her to fight my fight.
Yeah.
So
you
now
don't have,
you
like
don't
playing
have a
into
clue.
your hands
How can you be? You don't have a clue what I'm doing, but you want to fight my fight. She was here. I was controlling her. So, and then I can see the more the rounds are going up, she's desperate for knockout. That's the first mistake.
Oh, yeah.
Because she's careless now. The only thing that she wants, she
just
wants a knockout.
wants to knock you out now.
And I'm not available for knockout. Sorry. I was like, no. And I'm tall. I'm like, I don't want to get dirty.
You keep it.
So I keep her as far as I can, but I can also hit.
Yeah.
So she was getting frustrated, losing the focus, losing that experience that she's in the world class boxers because of she's frustrated that she's been beaten by an amateur. And she can't do anything about it. The corner can't do anything.
Yeah.
So it was something I was like, okay, fighting my fight, let's go, Surat. But it was a tough fight for me. It was
a tough opponent.
Yeah, I learned a lot in that fight. Now I'm old now. Like there's nothing interesting in boxing anymore. So any opponent now I'm fine.
Yeah.
So
because that was gonna be my next question, Uguti. What do you take from a tough opponent? Do you take certain pointers, or you are just saying, "Oh, but do anaconda? I'll stick to my strategy."
I always tell people one thing. No one knows boxing. I learn every day. I learn every opponent I'm fighting with.
Okay.
Because the minute you step inside that ring, your mind needs to be all over. Your eyes need to be like you need to be sharp mentally. And when you're thinking, think quick.
Yeah.
Because you may end up thinking that you are next to the beach, Kanda eyes.
You are in the ring.
You knocked out. So every punch you're throwing, also think of the defense.
Okay.
Because it may not come back that punch. You might be
down.
So you need like
a clear mind.
I mean, every opponent I'm fighting, I respect that person for signing that contract and allowed to step inside that ring. It's not easy there. You can think that we're playing, and it's also not easy to prepare. Especially most of the female boxers, they are from the disadvantaged backgrounds.
Yeah.
They don't have enough. I mean, I'm grateful because I have ring. Others, they see a ring
on
when
the
they
day
go,
on
the day of the
God.
fight.
Yeah.
So the minute you're allowed to fight, you don't even have a punching bag. You're hitting a tire. You don't even have gloves.
Yeah.
You don't even have boxing gear to fight. While I'm getting a boxing kit every fight. So the minute they sign a contract to fight me, I respect that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because there's no woman in a good state, having financial
That wants to
okay,
take
and
on
then
the
just
other
go
court.
to the ring and go
Yeah.
fight for what?
Yeah.
If I was rich, I was not gonna do boxing. No, why? So every woman that take that
Yes.
step and go to the ring, and most of them they have kids. They're already moms and all that. They come, they go there brave enough to get something for their kids. So
their
I
kids,
respect those women. I respect everyone that step in that ring to fight.
So you've spoken about biased judges, the issue of getting fights. What are some of the challenges that female fighters or female boxers, right? You did say that you're not a fighter, you're a boxer. That female boxers face in the sport.
The first one is not getting enough fights, and we not active. We don't have opportunities like male boxers. You need to push yourself up so you can convince the promoters, and most of the promoters they don't want to work with women. They say clear that women doesn't bring money in business, so they just want to match their guys only. So
Yeah.
getting fights, it's a big
It's
problem.
the biggest
And then
challenge.
we don't even have sponsors. It's if you don't market yourself, you don't find sponsor. And sometimes you will renew your license, but you'll have one fight that is not even 20K.
Sure.
Because if you didn't make your name well, the money that you're fighting is less than 20K.
Sure.
So what you will do, you're preparing. The food only is more than 20K for preparing a fight, but you're fighting for 8,000.
For
So
8,000, and so it just doesn't
yeah,
make
and
sense.
and they are not willing to pay enough. It's like if you want to be paid enough, it's either you take it or leave it.
Sure.
Like they will tell you straight, if you don't accept, you don't take this 10,
What's on the table?
10K,
Yeah.
I'm going for Nonina. She will even take 5K.
Sure. And Nonina will take 5K, and then you end up not having any.
Because
any other
I
fights.
need that fight.
Yeah, yeah.
I need that fight. So I will take my 5K. While let me do example of SA title. I will be a champion, maybe defending for the third time, but I will be paid a half or a quarter of a guy that is just fighting for the title for the first time.
Sure. And just to come in there, how do you think we solve this? Is it a Boxing South Africa problem? Is it a promoters problem? Or where do you think the problem lies? Or how do we resolve that?
Remember, the promoter is making fight from their own personal sponsors. If only the only time I complain about payment, it's only when it's the government that is making a fight.
Okay.
When it's the government when it's making the fight, I can demand, and if they want me, like my first defense, Figlemba was the one who was making the tournament.
Okay.
Department of Sport. So
You can push a little bit.
he said it's straight, I want top female boxers in South Africa in my bill. They matched me with Sharadin Fontaine to defend my title.
Oh, yes, I know Sharadin, yeah.
And I was paid well.
Okay.
The worst part is the promoter told me with the certain amount. Boom. The day of the fight, my contract came with the
With a different
official.
amount. Okay.
With a totally different. Like way more, with 25K.
Phew.
So I'm asking myself, if a promoter can come to me and say, Nonina, you're fighting for this much, while exactly that this is not the money that the government offered.
Yeah.
Why?
So it
that
looks as
means-
if there's a lot of money that goes into promoters' pockets.
Yeah.
And not to the boxers.
Like maybe they will write to government saying, I want Nonina to fight Nozi Popel. I think it will be a cracker fight.
Yeah.
Obviously, the sponsors will love it. The TVV. They said, okay, we'll need 1 million. To the sponsors, they will be saying, we'll pay them 500.
Yeah.
They're coming to us saying, I'm giving you 88.
Ish. Yeah. No, I see where you...
But we don't have a choice. We don't know when they're there. But it made me realize when I saw that what was happening, because BSA told me now, please don't sign any contract except the contract that will come with the official. Serious, my contract, and it's always the the promoter that give you a contract.
Yeah.
But that time it was other way around. The official give me my contract.
Yeah.
How? And the day of the fight.
So on that point, you were saying BSA has now said, don't sign anything that
that is not from them.
That's not from them. Okay. So that helps slightly.
Yeah.
With the financial side.
Is that to be honest, is that time of Uloisomkia? Things were happening that time, and the guy was fighting, because I was not told that I'm fighting. I'm defending my SA title.
Okay.
He's the one, when we met in Limpopo for boxing in Daba, because they were boxing in Daba. He's like, Aibo, why you gaining weight? So I'm national boxing in Daba. It's angazi, man. Ipromoter ngifonela mayiqeda yaphinde yathi fight ayisekho. But uyadlala ngawe lo. Ufuna ititle yakhe ihambe. I even failed to make weight in the scale that day. I had to run, because it was less than 3 weeks when we met. I'm like, bruh, you're defending. And if you're not showing up that day, they will take your title.
They'll take your title, yeah. But here is a promoter who's not even giving you an opportunity to, defend your title.
So there are politics in sport. There are politics. But we did it, and we defended our title.
Yeah.
And I was like...
So what's, it's the last part of the year. What are the plans now for the rest of the year?
I'm looking for another fight. Maybe early next year I can just go and provoke Nozi Popel for no reason.
What's her feeling? Have you knocked on her door?
We're supposed to fight last year, but the Eastern Cape promoters, I don't know what is happening in their head, and I don't work with unprofessional people. You can't call me and say, Nonina, you're fighting, and then you disappear. And then after a few weeks, I see the same person you said I'm fighting with another opponent that is weaker.
Opponent.
And then you come again, like, hi, this time is when I agreed. And then they contacted me early this month.
Okay.
No, can you fight Nozi Popel on the 2nd of October? And they guys, you're not in my plans. I have my own plans. I'm not playing here.
Yeah.
You can't just tell me now. The same person who've been preparing since.
Exactly.
Now you're telling me that I must challenge Nozi Popel and in her backyard. Then I like, okay, let me talk to my promoter. Mom Joyce was like, she must come.
You must come to Joburg, yeah.
If you want Nonina, bring Bell to Joburg, I'll pay. They refused. So
it's still those politics somehow at play.
So they want us to play their own game. No, we don't do that with Mom Joyce.
Yeah.
We look at you and I'm like, okay, fine, sure.
So it's Celeb City is coming again.
Yes, number 2.
Yeah. So you're hoping, your opponent doesn't pull out. Yeah. So it's that. It's Pretoria the coming weekend.
Yeah. It's in 1st October.
Yeah. Okay.
Pretoria. I think we're having a press conference during this week.
This week, okay.
So we're pushing.
So we've touched obviously on the program for the year. Future plans for Nonina. Are we seeing you hanging your gloves anytime soon? Are we seeing you owning an academy? Are we seeing you becoming a promoter? Maybe. What are your future plans within
I don't
the sport?
see myself as a promoter. Boxing is already stressing me while I'm a boxer. So the minute I'm a promoter, it's something else. No, I would love to have my own academy.
Okay.
But I'm not training professionals. I want to train young girls. They grow up knowing how to protect themselves when they go to school anyway.
Yeah.
And old women that maybe they're staying alone or something.
Okay.
But I want to teach people for self-defense. And those young girls, the minute they are ready to turn professional, I'm sending them to someone else.
Okay.
I just want to train them to be in national team in Zanabu. The minute they want to leave, they must go. I don't wanna make money through them because I'll forget the reason why I opened
the academy in the first place.
The first place. Because I will be focusing. Nonina is fighting somewhere. Let me check 100,000, and then another one is fighting there 200,000.
Then
and
it
now
becomes a money issue.
Yeah, now I forgot what is happening here. Why I build this.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I would love to do after. Yeah.
Okay. And then in terms of talking about academies and development, in terms of your observation, in terms of its development, are there any kids that you have seen, hey, this one is a future champ? Anyone that you can think of?
The problem in South Africa, you will see a potential to a young girl, and then the judges see the opposite.
Okay.
It's either they have a problem with the corner or they have a problem with whatever that is happening to them.
Yeah.
So you'll find out like the girl is doing well, but she lose the fight here in the table.
In the table, okay.
And that doesn't push us.
It also kills the girls.
It kills the confidence, and then you're like, why should I? Why
continue in this sport? Yeah.
You see. So there's
it's almost
nothing,
like we end up losing them somewhere within the system because
they
of
end up
the
disappearing.
politics within the sport.
So I don't know. I was watching this August because they have this thing, Nyinyi women in August. Why do we only celebrate us in August?
Yeah.
So Nyinyi, I was watching tournament. I'm like, we can have the next Nonintenge here. We can have the next Unatimi again. It's just that there's no support.
There's no support.
Because I saw a beautiful bout in East London. I just forgot the name of these two young girls. The other one is from Rustenburg, and the other one is from East London. They were young, beautiful boxing, clean.
Yeah.
That I can even say they box way better than other guys. It was beautiful. Like I wanted to watch it always, the way they were so boxing.
Yeah.
But they won't have any support anyway. They will
them
disappear
somewhere within the system. Yeah. Bukiwe, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us. I know by boxing is your first love. We can talk but hopefully we'll have a chat again sometime. But all the best, man, on everything oyenzayo. You've overcome challenges to become a champion, and you have said you've set your sights on a world champion manje on the world stage. So I hope that manifests for you. But I think I speak for a lot of South Africans. Umangiti, you are an inspiration to a lot of people. So despite the challenges that you face, just know, but there is a lot of people that are, watching what you do, and appreciating it, and it's an inspiration to a lot of kids, not only girls, but young boys as well. So keep on doing what you are doing and keep on shining. And we're behind you, man. Go and get that world title.
Maybe early next year, not now. Now I still need to relax.
Yes, it's summer, so Bukiwe just wants to have a great time managing a summer. That has been My Life in Sports with me, Skhu, right here on Way2 TV. Do remember to click on that like button, subscribe, and also get a front row seat to our content by clicking on that notification button. Until the next one, Ma Africa, Agwande.